there. So I'm pretty excited about this. I went to an Oktoberfest celebration at my mom's house, and we had a bunch of different beers and then German food, and it was great. So I picked out some that I hadn't ever tried before at the store, and I had picked this out simply because in bigger letters on the label it says it's a Marzen, which I really, really like. There's a whole bunch of other weirdness going on the label, and I realized just now as I was trying to figure out what the brewery is that this is actually a smoked beer. And please excuse my German butchering, but I think it's a Rauchbier or Rauchbier, which is a smoke or smoke flavored, wow, or wood aged beer. So I don't know if that was the mood that I was in as I decided that I was going to open this bottle. So we'll see how this turns out. But so this is considered a classic in its category and has been brewed for centuries in the Baroque town of Bamberg. Following ancient malting traditions, all its select barley malts are kilned over fire of beechwood logs, brewed in a classic copper vessel and matured for months in historic cellars. It's definitely a smoky beer experience. So I have had some smoked beers, and oftentimes the smoke flavor is a little intense for me, but we'll give it a try. So I think that this might very well be the first smoked beer I've done a review on. So this is actually BJCP category 22A, which is a classic Rauchbier. Please excuse my bad German. So we'll see. I don't know that I'm going to be able to drink a whole pint of smoked beer. But maybe it'll go good with my tacos coming later tonight, because it's taco night. Definitely smoky. Okay. So the first impression I get definitely is smoke. There is some maltiness I can get very like deep in there. It's almost bacony. The malt character is kind of low. It's like an afterthought to the aroma. Appearance-wise, it would appear to be crystal clear, but it's a pretty dark color. So it's a deep brown, and I didn't pour a full pint, which I'll pour it and see if I can get the head at this point, but maybe not because So it should pour with a pretty substantial head. Large, creamy, rich, tan to cream-colored head. And then the beer is expected to be amber light copper to a dark brown color. So we're definitely on the darker side here. So it looks like it would have poured with a good head had I given it a good chance. All right. Flavor, here we go. Now I really wish I would have opened this at the party, so I could have shared it with some of the guys that were there. This is a very interesting and unique style of beer. I like also that it says it's an original, it names Bamberg as the region. And check this out. They're available at smokebeer.com. So talk about original as far as getting on the buying that IP address. Excuse me, domain name. Anyway, so this is I just read and forgot 5.2% alcohol by volume. So the range for this style is between 4.8 and 6%. But back to the flavor. It's incredibly smoky. And so the aftertaste is very smoky. I mean, I feel like I have bacon in my mouth. So it's not greasy or, you know, in that quality, but it's super smoky. I knew somebody who had like 3 bottles of mesquite flavoring in the cabinet at all times and like cooked everything with mesquite flavoring. And I'm really having a sensory flashback to that time. But it's definitely an interesting and complex beer. The initial flavor is incredibly strongly smoke. But then after a moment, you get this really nice, rich, complex Marzen that's under it, and you get this great malts and everything. And then the aftertaste is smoke again. So it's very intensely smoky. I feel like I need some cheese, actually. I want to eat some cheese now. It reminds me a lot of like a smoked cheddar or something like that. And so now I want to have some cheddar. But nonetheless, very interesting beer style. And probably not my favorite. I don't think I can drink like a whole pint of it or even necessarily a whole bottle. But very interesting, very unique, very distinct. And it's nice to try at this point. So mouthfeel, it's a medium body. It's kind of on the lighter side, I suppose. Medium carbonation. Pretty carbonated, tingly on the tongue, which is an interesting and enjoyable sensation. It is so smoky. I almost feel like I'm going to smell like smoke afterward, like I've been standing at a barbecue or a campfire or something. So overall impression, it's a Marzen slash Oktoberfest style beer with a sweet, smoky aroma and flavor and somewhat darker in color. So all true to fact there. History. Historical specialty of the city of Bamberg in the Franconian region of Bavaria in Germany. Beechwood smoked malt is used to make Marzen-style amber lager. The smoke character of the malt varies by maltster. Some breweries produce their own smoked malt, which is rock malt. Again, sorry for the bad German. So the intensity of the smoke character can vary widely. Not all examples are highly smoked. Allow for variation in the style while judging. Other examples of smoked beers are available in Germany, such as Bock's, Hefeweizen, Dunkel, Schwarzbier, Helles like beers, including examples such as a Spezial Lager. Brewers entering these styles should use other smoked beer category, which is 22B, as opposed to the classic Rauchbier category, which is somewhat reserved for this this very specific brew style that's coming out of Bamberg, Germany. But let's see if I can even recognize this name on here. Oh, I guess that could be an S. Interesting. So the first example, since we've seen me butcher the German already, that's on the list, which is not going to come in very clearly, is the one that I'm drinking. And it actually starts with an S, although it's difficult to tell in the font type on the bottle, because it's all special font and stuff. Oops, there it is. So, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Schlenkerla. Anyway, there it is. Anyway, very interesting beer and very interesting style. Very well done. I mean, like they said, and it's listed here as the primary commercial example. There are anyway, it's a very enjoyable beer. So I'm really glad that I accidentally came across this, and I really wish I would have read the bottle more carefully so I could have shared it with them, and I was actually coveting it because I really like Marzen, and I wanted to try it on my own, so that's what I get, I guess, for being greedy with my beer. Nonetheless, If this is something that you have tried, share with me down below. I would love to hear. I found this particular beer in the Germany section, I'm pretty sure, of, can't think of the name of the place. Bevmo, where they always have some really great and interesting beers. So it's always fun to shop around and find something that you haven't tried before, especially when they come in single bottles that you can just give a try. So anyway, great beer. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.